Hi, in this video we're going to talk about how to find Washington mugshots and just how to do an inmate search in general. To get started, visit WashingtonPublicRecords.com. I'll have a link in the description you can click on or just type it into your browser. Once you're on a home page, hover over other records and select inmate search. And once you're here, you're going to notice you have the Washington Department of Corrections database. These would be prison records. And then, of course, you have your local county records. So the difference would be prison records, or people in prison are typically there for longer sentences, so like 12 months. And then a local sheriff-managed jail would be things under 12 months, but typically it's somebody will get arrested, sometimes released the same day, and then go see a judge. Or maybe they'll spend the night there. Maybe even after they see a judge, if they get a short sentence, maybe a few months, but anything longer than a year is going to be in the Department of Correction system. So just keep in mind that you have two different systems that we're looking at here. And I just wanted to make a note. There isn't much information available at the Department of Corrections. They will give you a name. You can research by name or a DOC number. At the county level, you can do research. They will give you a little bit more information, but they're not necessarily going to show you a mugshot. So it's practically impossible to find mugshots if you are specifically just looking for photos in the state of Washington. But they will give you information, and there is. If you are looking for things like mugshots specifically, you would literally have to go look at things like most wanted posters, things like that. So, but they're not just state of Washington doesn't just release this type of information just on anybody. So just keep that in mind. But you do have a couple of databases. There is identifying information within the database that you can use to make sure that you are looking at the correct person. Another thing to consider is if you wanted to look into maybe a particular case or a particular individual, somebody that gets arrested eventually will have to see a judge. And even if somebody that got sentenced, it may be in prison or jail, they would have had to see a judge to get that sentence. So everything has to go through the court system. Anytime somebody sees a judge, a court document is created, and those are considered public records. So another great resource to use if you're doing your criminal history research. One more thing to consider is the database on top here. It's a name search box, and what this does is it doesn't just pull records from the state of Washington, it goes outside the state. So if anybody has a criminal history, say in New Jersey, Massachusetts, now they live in Washington, if you're just checking county or statewide resources in Washington, you're not necessarily going to see those records. So it's a great resource to kind of get that nationwide look into somebody's criminal historic past. So with that said, visit WashingtonPublicRecords.com and get started on your Washington mugshot and inmate research. Thank you.